Welcome to the 8672 podcast. I'm Chris.
It's Wise. Peace.
40 Dak. I'm so excited. 40 Dak. We paid my man. Round of applause. Round of applause. Dak Prescott will be the Cowboys quarterback for the conceivable future. And I could not be more happy. He got 40, like I've been saying. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw Monday morning, I actually said, I was like, this is Dak week. I had my Cowboys hoodie on. Sure enough, Monday night, we got the update. I didn't expect it to come Monday night, but we got it, and I'm hyped. We got our quarterback set. We good. We are good. You heard them talk about the impact that he has on the locker room. Man, I can't wait. I'm excited for the season. Can't wait for the season date to be announced so we could get this travel date set because the Raiders is coming to Dallas. We're gonna be in the house. I can't wait to see the ovation that he get the first home game when he run out that tunnel. I can't wait. I'm hyped, man. I wish football season was right now. I'm hyped. I am hyped. But yeah, we had to open it there. We had to start it there. I know this guy's hating.
I knew you was gonna start it there. What am I gonna pay for? It ain't my money. Congratulations to that.
Yo, and the funny thing, and I sent this video to him and other people. He's only counting 22.4 or something like that against the cap. He's a less of a cap hit than Carson Wentz is for the Eagles to not even play for them. Like the impact of what we did by signing him, it would have been 37.1 or 37 point something. He would have counted against the cap, and we franchise tagged him, and he played on the tag this year. We saved $15 million by getting this long-term deal done. He's going to make $75 million in year one. Like, that is dope, man. I'm glad they did that. Like, this is the most excited I've been about a contract, a player getting a contract that I can remember. Probably since Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose I'm a huge Derrick Rose fan. I like what he represents as an athlete and as a person. And Dak probably surpasses that, like from a person and athlete standpoint and his leadership. They compared him today in the press conference. They said his impact on the locker room is similar to what Michael Irvin's impact was on the 90s locker room. Just the amount, they said people that's not even a part of the organization, past players reaching out like, yo, y'all need to get this done. Like, that's the guy. That is the guy right there. And I'm excited. I'm hoping that he's able to bring a championship to Dallas. Because I'm telling you this, if he do, I'm going to be at DFW again. Because I got to be there for the parade. I got to be there for that. But you got anything to add to that? No!
Once again, I'm going to say congratulations to Dak. This right here is the reason why people, this is one of the reasons why a lot of fans hate the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And the next reason, which is the first reason, that I couldn't even watch sports today because they were showing the dumbest shit ever.
What?
Michael Irvin.
Oh, when he said compared to Tom Brady?
He is compared to Tom Brady.
Hold on.
No, he did not. He said his impact on the locker room and the way guys go out and play, and like Stephen A. said, a guy that won one playoff game is not compared to Tom Brady. I agree with you on that. Of course, this is with Cowboys, ex-Cowboys, and remember, we gotta realize a lot of these dudes that played for the Cowboys, I ain't gonna say no names so we don't get sued, they was high. But at the end of the day, I let you finish. Also, like they said, this made him overvalued, and he's overrated, and now it puts more pressure and a bullseye on that number 4, not to just win one Super Bowl, but he got to win more than one, because he wanted to get paid that money, and everybody that's above him, or that was above him, and they said Deshaun Watson is better than him, and they said he's making more money this year than my homeboy, but my homeboy already got one in 2 years.
Yeah,
and he got there in 3 years.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, nah. I was saying, I don't disagree.
Guess what? And I will say that, I'm going to say this now before we finish with this Cowboy and all this going there. I'm going to say this now so it's on record. Right now, I don't know what the hell the Raiders is doing because we cutting everybody. And I don't understand. One thing I'm happy about rather, is we got Trent Williams out of there. You know what I'm saying? Trent Brown, rather. Get him out of there. He didn't want to be there. I'm happy about that. So I got to see where we're going to be at. If we would have left our line the way it was, you know what I'm saying, minus him, I know we could beat them. But I still believe we could win. But it all depends on what they're going to do. But they could put the bullseye on Dak. And guess what? It's going to be a lot of sad faces. And what you want to call it? DFW?
Yeah, Dallas Fort Worth.
Whatever, again, wherever they play at and all that, guess what? They're going to be sick and he's going to be getting all that money. And remember, now they want, what's the name, to restructure, or they're getting rid of him too.
Cool.
Ezekiel Elliott.
I mean, they're not getting rid of him.
You bugging? They put him on.
No,
I'm telling you what they said today.
No, I'm going to clarify what you're talking about. They're not talking about, they can't get rid of him this year.
Yes, they can.
Listen, let me finish what I'm saying, first of all. Theoretically, yes, they can get rid of him. Is it smart to get rid of him this year? No. If the year to get rid of him would be next year when it wouldn't be as much dead money. So when I say they can't get rid of him, that's why. The way his contract is structured and the way they pushed it back, we're not getting rid of him this year. They are going to restructure him, though, to make room for free agents. Just like they're going to restructure Amari's deal to get $15 million cap space, and just like they restructured the 3 offensive linemen today when they signed Dak.
Well, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is this. What was said today, this afternoon. They are looking for trade partners for Ezekiel Elliott because they're finding it hard right now to get him to restructure that deal for money they should have never gave him. Period, point blank.
I don't know where you saw that.
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
I don't know where you saw that, but that's a prime example of, like, if you are a Cowboys fan, that's a prime example of what we always hear from Dallas media, how people make stuff up. The Cowboys, the reason why I love the Cowboys is because of stuff like that. We always going to be talked about and people make up stories. Just like they made up the story about Dez Bryant having that incident that was supposed to be a domestic violence incident in Walmart when he was still playing for the Cowboys, and that shit never came out. The videotape that supposedly existed never surfaced. They always make up stories. But if you follow the team, what you're talking about right there, that ain't true. Now, what people do say is what I just said, is if there was a time to get rid of Ezekiel Elliott, it would be next year. It's not even going to happen this year. But restructuring, yeah. All of the top guys get restructured every year to make room to have money in free agency. The only person that was ever talked about this offseason as far as getting rid of for real has been Michael Gallup as a possibility because his trade value at this point of his career is at its highest. And when you look at the landscape of the team, you're probably not going to be able to re-sign him because you're not going to be able to pay 3 wide receivers at premium price, and CeeDee Lamb is going to be there too. So you're probably looking at Michael Gallup. I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Gallup got traded on draft night. If I would love to keep him this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if they traded him because you could probably get a premier player for him or a premium pick. And the other person was Jalen Smith because of his production. They talked about him possibly taking a pay cut or being cut, but Zeke. They give him all of the benefit of the doubt with the fact that the O-line was as banged up as it was last year. But that's the kind. I don't want to turn this into Cowboy talk. What I wanted to talk about was the fact I'm happy Dak got paid.
Okay, but hold on. You did say something that you said was rumors from outside media, right?
From outside of Dallas media, yeah.
Okay, so the Star, InsideTheStar.com is not a Cowboy media?
No, that's not.
So credible media is not NBC Sports or Sports.
Who said it? Put a name to it.
Let
me see the report.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
All right, because I've never heard that.
Pro Football Talk, which was today, Mike Florio, like I said.
Tell me what it said. Show me.
I just told you, it's right here. I'm going to read it to you.
Let me see. Dak Prescott contract likely means Amari won't be on the team for the long haul. That's not saying they're going to get released. Listen. I just told you next year.
Let me finish.
People watching, I said next year, right? You started it off talking about this year.
Ezekiel Elliott or Amari Cooper could be traded due to Dak's deal. I know what I saw.
That's not saying this year.
Yes, it was. They said they're looking for a man.
But that's not what you just read. That didn't say this year.
They didn't say this year here.
I'm saying.
Today when I saw this,
it can't happen this year.
Right.
The amount of dead money, that will be on the cap. You can't sign anybody else.
That's not true. You can trade anybody you want.
You're not getting a trade for Ezekiel Elliott. Nobody's taking on that contract.
Okay. You never know.
All right. You want to bet that somebody? You want to bet?
I'm not betting nothing.
All right then. So like I said,
listen,
I don't want to turn the Cowboys off.
No. I'm gonna tell you how you could be totally wrong.
All right. So bet.
Because now, guess what?
So bet.
Hold on. No. Listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
You talking and not listening.
All right.
His contract is not worse than motherfucking Mariota's contract, and we turned down a deal for Mariota.
But you talking about quarterback versus running back.
No, not.
Running backs are viewed different contract-wise.
Let me finish.
I did.
If he restructures his deal, he could be out of there tomorrow.
But I think the dead money for us. That's why we're not going to do that.
Like I said, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I know what I read.
That's why you don't know what you're talking about.
Earlier today,
we would have $20 million on dead money.
Earlier today, they was not talking about Amari Cooper. On Pro Football Talk today, this afternoon, they were only talking about Ezekiel. This is saying Amari Cooper, and you brought up Amari Cooper.
Yes,
they was not talking about Amari Cooper. They was talking about Cowboys. Jerry Jones himself was out looking for deals to get him off the team because he felt that he overpaid him too soon. Period.
Next year. It's not happening this year.
Well, the bottom line is, Dak got the money that you wanted him to get.
Damn
and
right.
like I said, he got to get the Super Bowl.
He do.
And without Ezekiel, he ain't getting nothing.
What's the name?
He won't get it.
That's your opinion.
He won't get it.
See, this is the stuff. He also said Dak wasn't going to get the 40. So I'm glad you said he won't get it.
You know what?
You did say that.
I didn't say he
You
wasn't.
said y'all not going to pay him. You said y'all not going to pay him.
I said I wouldn't.
You said y'all not going to pay him.
I would give him the 37.5.
And then you said your man going to be salty when you franchise tag that.
That's right.
So you saying we wasn't going to pay him?
I didn't think y'all was.
But I didn't say that. You said you didn't say that.
I didn't never say that y'all wasn't going to give him Jerry Jones like Al Davis.
No, I said that. You said he was going to put on a tag. Is that not saying you never
Show me where I said y'all wasn't going to sign.
All right, we'll watch another episode.
All right.
You said he was going to put on a tag.
All I want you to do is point out to me, and don't do no sneak shit and put it on Instagram.
I'm not. I'm sending it to you.
Send it to me where I said Dallas is not going to pay him, or where I said
unless it's a clone.
I wouldn't pay.
Unless it's a clone. You said both.
Send it to me.
You said both.
Send it to me.
I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. I'm recording. I'm going to send it to you.
When you get it, that I said Dallas is not going to pay him.
You said he's playing on the franchise tag.
I said,
which means they're not going to pay him. Which means they're not going to give him a longer deal.
I never said you're not going to pay him.
You said franchise tag.
Tell me when I said that Dallas Cowboys are not going. Hold on. Anybody listening?
I'm asking you a question.
Is this saying that the Cowboys is not going to pay him? He gonna mess around and play under the franchise tag. I wouldn't give him the $40 million you talking about.
Okay.
Or is this saying the Cowboys not going to pay him? Jerry Jones and the Cowboys are not going to pay him. They are going to franchise him.
Okay.
Thank you. I never said that.
Let me ask you a question. Is you just admitted that you said he was going to play a franchise tag, right?
No, I said I could see him playing on the franchise.
I'm asking you a question.
I didn't say it was going to happen.
I'm asking you a question.
I said I wouldn't pay him.
Stop dancing.
I just told you what I said.
Okay, so that's you saying he's going to play on the franchise tag.
No, I said I could see him playing. I didn't say definitely.
All right. I
wouldn't pay
this
him.
guy's dancing. So the franchise tag is what? How much is the franchise tag?
I don't know that.
It's So if you saying he's playing on the franchise tag, that's you saying the Cowboys are not going to pay him the $40 million that he deserves.
I'm going to say it again.
All right.
I would give him between 37 to 38 and a half. Is that what I said?
I said you said both.
Okay. And I said I could see him playing on the tag. That's not saying the Cowboys are going to franchise him.
So when I said...
If I said the Cowboys wasn't going to pay him, I would have said
if you said,
that ain't dancing.
If you said that you could see him playing on the tag, that's franchising him.
Okay, but that ain't saying the Cowboys was going to tag him.
So what did you say?
It's not saying the Cowboys going to tag him.
No, you
all right,
thank you. So I'm asking, no, that's not what you said, but I'm going to ask you a question to follow up. If I said, because I said Dak was they were going to pay him. What did you say in response to that?
I said I wouldn't pay him.
That was not the response.
That's what I said.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna send it to him tomorrow. What's the name? Like I said, congratulations, Dak. I'm gonna send it to him tomorrow and watch he dance again.
Let's move on.
So we put it out there. It was like what y'all wanted us to talk about, right? So I got an interesting one that came up in my DM that they wanted us to talk about. So it was like, from a male perspective, the sex conversation. So
what about?
So from a male perspective, what would you advise? Like, what are your do's and don'ts like for women in the bedroom? Like, what do you like? Like I'll start it off if you want to know where we're going with this.
It don't matter. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Yeah. So like the entire arena of sex, like whether it's like the way I took it is like, where do you like it? Like, meaning like, does it need to be in the bedroom? Things like that. What do you like as far as things that please you? What don't you like? What turns you on? What turns you off? Type deals like that. That's what I took from the question.
Well, mine is plain and simple. I want a hoe in the bedroom and a classy woman outside.
Right. Right. I 100% agree with that. What I would say too, and as far as like what I like the spontaneity of sex. Like I don't like anything to be, because you hear a lot of people nowadays, like a lot of like stories, they be like, yeah, plan like sex night and stuff like that. Like, I'm not really into that, like whole like planning type deal, because I feel like sex is art, right? So I look at it like, if you creating a song or if you drawing a picture or whatever like that, there's no, from an artist standpoint, you don't box yourself in. Anybody that's an artist, they, in their craft, they kind of color outside the line, so to speak. And I look at sex the same way. Like, if we on the highway and both of us is turned on by whatever, like, I feel like that's the time that we need to have sex. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't need to be like, yo, like, we need to wait till we get home. Or, like, if the urge hit, like, if I'm watching you cook dinner or whatever like that, and I get turned on, like, I don't want to tap you on your shoulder and like, let's walk upstairs. Like, I want that right there. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, like, that's what I like about sex. I like the creative aspect, different positions, keeping me guessing, and things like that. Like,
so you basically saying you just going in depth, but a hoe gonna do it wherever.
Yeah, nah, but yeah, I mean, I didn't take the question as something to be like answered in one sentence.
That's it. Anybody that asks the question would understand. Period. That encompasses everything. If you ever dealt with a fucking hoe, a hoe is gonna do it wherever the fuck it's at. Period. Point blank. Yeah. Ain't no boundaries. Ain't no we gotta wait till Saturday. Saturday night is the night we having sex and. Anybody that's doing anybody that does that kind of shit ain't really in tune with their significant other. Period.
That's a fact, because you got to know who you're dealing with too. Because there's some people that's into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that works for them. But like, you got to know your partner. Like, if like knowing me, knowing him, like, you know how we are. So like, you know, if you're my significant other, like, not if, like my wife, she knows me, she knows what I like. You know what I'm saying? His wife knows what he likes. You know what I'm saying? They've been together as long as I can remember. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're growing with each other. You learning each other. So like, that's the most important thing. Like, to understand like what your man likes in a relationship. And I'm saying, like, what's your man? Because the question was asked from a male perspective. So, to throw that out there. But.
Whoa, say that again?
No, I said,
You said it was asked from a male perspective?
No, it was asked for us to answer it from a male perspective.
So it was asked by a woman.
Huh?
You gotta make that clear.
What's the name? I'm not putting nobody out there. No.
No, I said it was. The question was asked by a female.
No, it wasn't asked by a female. It was asked for us to have a conversation by another male. Like, yo, nobody talks about this. Like, from a male perspective, like what we like, what we want from.
You gotta make that clear, because
no, you don't.
Yeah, yes it did, because that sounded crazy.
It don't
sound in the day and this time.
But that's what it don't sound crazy. Just like you said, like either last episode or the episode before that, the one that we had the technical issues. Like, we don't play those like games. Like, we grown men. Like, we got these conversations.
This is real shit.
This is real shit. Like you said.
So guess what? A man could be asking you some shit about another man.
Nah.
So you say to a man, if a man is
asking you, you
gotta find out what your wife like. Period.
Nah. Like, what's the name? Like it wasn't asked like in that context. That's not what it was asked like. But what I'm saying is, it was said like, yo, explain what we like from where we coming from, our point of view. Because what it'll be like, what you hear about now is, what you hear most of the time is from the woman's perspective, like what they like, what men should do, but it's not really.
Well, I'll tell you like this. Me being from the older perspective and things of that nature, I'm here to let you know. A chick can tell you all kind of shit that they don't like this, they don't like this, they don't like that, you know what I mean? But guess what? One thing that I know is women like to be surprised even though they say they don't. And the men that be like, yo, well, you know, I'm not going to do this because she might not like that and this, that, and the third, you're going to lose your woman, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to keep it a buck. Is chicks like spontaneous shit and it turns them on just as much as it might turn you on.
Yeah.
And they say all that shit, and then guess what? You don't do the shit, you follow their rules, guess what? That's where they come with that word simp, and that ain't no new term. That's a straight up, yo, he do whatever the fuck she tell him to do, but the next dude is doing what she tell him she don't like to do, and she's turned on by the next dude, and the next dude is out there banging on the hood of your car and sending her home to you, and she's worrying about Saturday night. She want to go with this dude over here because he's spontaneous, but Saturday night is your date night where you're going to have sex with her. So you better learn how to treat your woman.
That's a fact. And I think you always have to, like people say, like always date your partner, but I think that, like when you say it like that, I don't think people really grasp the concept of what that means.
Grasp the concept of what?
Like when people say always date your partner, like I think people lose the aspect of what people mean by when they say that. Like I look at like a relationship like it's always a competition. Like I'm always competing for you to like your imagination never like strays. You know what I'm saying? Like when you with your woman, like you just said, like the shit that the spontaneous shit that they like that they may tell you they don't like, doing shit like that. Or going the extra mile, like, because we talking about sex, going the extra mile in the bedroom, doing things that she may not have had done to her before and things like that, to where she don't imagine that type of stuff with nobody else, right? Or wonder what that may be like. Like, I feel like as a man in your relationship, you should try to be the superhero or the freaking baddest porn star that your wife could ever imagine, like when it's you and her. You know what I'm saying? And it's vice versa. Like from the woman's perspective, I feel like that's what you should take into it too. Because when you have those competing energies going at it, like neither one is imagining what something could be like on the outside. You feel me?
Yeah. And I can't get in trouble because it was before my wife. But this chick had told me one time, yo, you a funny dude, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? But, you know, you're not my type. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, all this bullshit, right? So, we was in the store, and we was talking, you know what I mean? We was cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no relationship, but we was cool that I could do what I did. You know what I mean? She had a dude, you know what I mean? Basketball player, whatever. And, you know, I was talking to her, whatever. And the littlest thing, by putting my hand in her back pocket, and squeezing her ass, she turned to me and blushed so crazy, like, yo. And I was like, what's wrong with you? And she was like, yo, he would never do that. Like, we out in public. And I was like, yo, what's wrong with you? She was like, yo, he wouldn't do that. Long story short, it was over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she was like, yo, you do stuff that he would not do. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, you really wasn't my type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're right. I wasn't your type until you learned that I was your type.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Put you on to something
And
you didn't even know you like.
If you ain't being, bottom line is, what you like, more than likely, the chick you dating gonna like. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be it. But if you play that, oh, I'm gonna listen to her, I'm not gonna do nothing because she might not like this, her reaction might be different, other than what I like, guess what? You gotta let it happen. You gotta see what happens and take it from there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Listen.
I think a lot of times cats be just too cool to do, like they try to play too cool with it.
I don't think cats be cool. I think that cats be scared to lose a relationship if they do something the girl don't like.
I don't know if cats are scared to lose a
Dudes
relationship.
be shook to lose a relationship over a girl telling them, I don't like this, that, and the third, so they follow the rules. Anything.
No, we specifically talking about sex.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm talking about, like, if I don't think cats don't be...
See, I don't want to go there because we on the joint, but fuck it. Like a chick will tell you, yo, check this out, don't nut in my mouth.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Shit like that. A dude will be like, I'm not going to do that because, yo, she going to get tight. Okay, guess what I'm going to do?
Yeah, what's the name? I'm 100% with you because I'm not going to say nothing.
And guess what? I'm going to tell you.
What's the name?
I'm going to tell you. If you tell me not to do it, I'm doing it, and I'm going to tell you I'm doing it.
Yeah, so me?
So now guess what? You're going to take it however you're going to take it, and that's going to be that. What's the worst that can happen? You get mad, and then you going to run around, man.
Nah, the worst that can happen for you is you be like, I'm about to come, and she come off. That's why me.
If she come off what?
If she
pull away?
Yeah.
She getting it all.
Now,
all over.
Me, I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to be there like this.
You're bugging. I'm not like that.
Nah,
and guess what? She will get that shit. The last thing a black woman wants is that shit in her head, and she just got her hair done. That shit going in her hair.
It's not going in her hair, because I'm not saying nothing. By the time she realizes, it's already there.
So guess what? You can't say, oh, he did it and I ain't know.
Yeah.
And God forbid, you
nicer than me.
You go and tell somebody, you fucked up.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. You nicer than me. Because when I was doing that, like, you like, don't come in my mouth. All right. Like, if you didn't want me to come in your mouth, like, don't do what you're doing. Like, because I ain't going to tell you to come off. Like, because that fuck up the nut. Like, it ain't the same.
I don't give a flying fuck.
That fuck up the nut. Like,
let me tell you something. Man, listen. When I was in high school and shit and running around, you can say what the fuck you want to say. I'm going to get mine.
Nah, that's a fact.
And guess what? You can do whatever you want to do, but you're going to be sick.
Nah,
because that shit shooting in your fucking head, in your face, wherever.
Yeah.
You taking
like,
that.
You be like, why you didn't tell me? Because I care about you.
No.
Because what's the name? That's a joke. That's a joke.
Nah, fuck
that's
that.
a joke. I've never said that in my life.
Okay,
but what's the name?
Don't say that.
But no, what I'm saying is in my head, like, why you didn't say nothing? Because I care about you, like you said with your hair. Like, their hair. You pull off, I'm liable to shoot up, and it go in your hair. I don't say nothing by the time
you liable, that's where it's going. I'm aiming for that.
Fuck that. That ain't no good. That ain't no good head. Because if you getting good head, I ain't aiming shit.
No, if you getting good head,
I'm not aiming. I can't aim shit.
If you getting good head, you busting off. Because she gonna make sure.
Yeah, you are. Right there. But I ain't paying attention to where she at.
Especially once you tell her here it come.
Yeah.
If she wanna move, you get it.
I ain't saying here it come.
I'm not sitting there quiet like. I'll let you know. Here it come. Oh,
fuck
shit.
that.
Here it come. Bing bong bing.
I'm telling you right now.
That shit is bing bong bing.
When I've gotten great head in the past, like in the past relationships, not past relationships, past situationships, I wasn't talking when I was coming.
You know the wildest shit a chick ever said to me
after
that shit happened?
What?
I told you something come in my mouth. And I'm like, yo, I couldn't help it. Like, the shit was crazy. Then you know what she said?
What?
Give me a kiss, motherfucker. You know what I said? Can't do that. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh, what's the name?
Ain't doing that.
No.
That we ain't doing.
So, what's the name? What do you think about these cats now? This shit to me is bananas. Cats be spitting in chicks' mouth, chicks spitting in their mouth.
Yo, I don't know if I'm with a chick spitting in mine, but I did that before. For real.
I
did that shit before?
Nah, I ain't spitting on my mouth. I ain't listening because I'm not spitting on my mouth because I ain't letting nobody spit in my mouth.
You listen, man. You could listen. You can say
That's
what you like and what you don't.
Yeah.
If a chick say, yo, spit in my mouth or spit in her mouth, and that shit is crazy. I'll tell you another thing. That's the wildest shit I ever did. A chick was going to the bathroom, and I was like, damn, I gotta pee.
Hell no. Was she peeing or shitting?
Huh?
Was she peeing or shitting?
She was sitting down pissing.
Oh,
and I was like, yo, I gotta piss. I don't give a fuck if she's shitting. She was like, yo,
you gotta tell me what happened.
She said, you could piss? And I was like, what? Nigga, I pissed on her stomach and all kind of shit, man.
Oh, my God.
What? Man, listen. I ain't even gonna front. That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit, man, I was like, yo, what kind of shit is this bitch into?
Nah. I ain't doing no shit like that.
What?
Nah.
Listen, man. I know dudes that would tell you, yo, I keep plastic on my mattress underneath my sheets because if a bitch tell me to pee on her, I'm pissing.
Nah.
And I used to be like, yo, now I can't do that and have sex with a chick.
That's nasty,
but
yo.
If a chick say pee on me, I'm peeing on her. Shit.
I ain't doing that.
I feel you.
Nah, I ain't peeing on nobody.
Let me tell you something.
That's the joint. Like you got cats out here running around, letting chicks pee on them and shit on them.
Nah, I ain't with all
Nah, I ain't doing all of that. But
But you'll let a chick squirt on you.
Yeah.
That's piss.
Yeah, that's what
That's
they say.
Piss. Ain't no,
that's what they say.
That's piss.
What's the name? I'll catch the squirt.
I know you will.
I'll catch the squirt.
It's right in the face, and that's piss.
I'll catch the squirt.
That's piss.
Yes. I would say I don't know that for a fact.
That's piss.
I don't know that for a fact.
Look it up.
I hear you.
Look it up.
I have. But what's the name? It doesn't say blatantly that it's urine.
It's urine.
It doesn't say that explicitly.
It's urine.
But now I remember, speaking of squirt, I remember like back in the day when it used to be like kind of taboo. It wasn't really taboo, but you was looked at as like, oh, this cat, he like a chick would think like, oh, he a freak if he like, oh, I'll eat it. But like nowadays, like if you not, and this is I'm speaking like you're not eating random joints. Like don't do that. We not condoning that. But like your girl, like there's dudes that would be like they not eating coochie. Like even to this day, I think DJ Khaled said that he ain't eating no.
I am silent to the lambs.
yeah. What's the name? Cats be having like they like relationships and was like they not eating pussy. Like I was like, yo, I don't understand how that's like where we do that at.
Growing up, that was some Jamaican shit. Jamaican dudes was like, nah, man, we don't eat no pussy.
Yeah, but like now, like to be honest, like if you a dude right now in 2021, you got a girl, and you don't eat pussy, she ain't gonna be your girl for long.
What about eating ass?
You gotta eat ass. You gotta do that.
But you don't want your ass eat, but
no.
you eat ass.
Nah, I'm not letting you eat my ass. I will eat my woman's ass though. Nah, I ain't getting my ass eaten.
Nigga,
fuck that.
Your shit will be rock hard. And niggas that know me know. First time I had that shit done. First time I had that shit done. Hold on, I bugged out.
Did you
hold my own leg? You ain't gotta hold my shit up to that. It make me feel like you trying to stick something in me. Guess what? I hold my own shit.
You be on your back.
I I've been on my knees before. Facts. Word. Lick my ass and suck my dick from the back. Facts. Facts.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't doing that. We not doing that.
Facts.
We are not doing that.
I'm telling you right now, I've been involved with some chicks that was on some different shit.
Yeah, you gonna be on some different shit with somebody else than me.
Guess what? I'm telling you, the first time this shit happened,
nah.
I almost punched the bitch in the mouth. Because I thought she was trying to put a finger down it. And next thing I know, she was like, yo, just relax. Chill. I was like, what?
Man. No.
And, yo, that shit was so good. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
Man, fuck all that.
Nah, yeah.
Listen, that's why you hear people say, bury me face down so people kiss my ass. They talking some other shit. You gotta read between the lines.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
I'm telling you.
Now I had what do feel good that I will allow is the area under your balls.
Fuck licking the bridge.
Yeah.
Lick my ass.
Nah, don't touch my ass.
The bridge and then my balls and get these dick.
Nah, don't touch my butt. Man.
Listen,
don't
man.
do that.
So I tell you,
We not doing that.
this shit dead.
Nah, we not doing
This shit dead.
that.
Shit's crazy. He won't let a chick lick his ass, but he'll fucking wipe his own ass with baby wipes.
I don't wipe with baby wipes. I'll use dude wipes.
Think about that.
No, what's the name? Yeah, what's the name? We'll get to that, but
Think about that.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact.
He walking around with moist booties from Pampers or Huggies wipes.
Nah, we don't.
But he ain't walking around with moist booty.
But that's my own hand. What's the name? It ain't no moist booties. Like, you don't get up with your butt wet. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like you get out the shower and put underwear on with wet butt.
Nah.
Exactly. So what's the name? Hell no. But
he walk around with wipes stuck in his ass.
Yeah, right. We talking about that. That's another reason now he has motherfuckers be walking around with tissue all rolled up.
Nah.
Hell no. I don't eat ass. I do eat ass, but you gotta eat ass at the opportune time.
No, you gotta get in the shower.
That's what I'm saying.
Wipe off.
Get in the. I said at the opportune time. After the shower or in the shower is the opportune time.
See, I've been around dudes, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say. I seen a dude eat a strip out,
straight
up and down. I was like, whoa.
I seen a dude in the strip club in South Carolina, Spanish cat. They had amateur night. Dude put his face in the amateur joint.
I ain't talking about a face. I'm talking about a son straight tongue kiss her clitoris.
Oh, why she on face?
She laid down and dudes was trying to throw money at her and next thing you know he was
yeah.
It was like, oh shit.
Nah. Yeah, eating ass that's like you got prep. Like that ain't nothing wife you come home working
Now, one thing I will tell you, my man, to ask the question, that playing and trying to penetrate shit, that ain't what's up. You got some dudes that like that shit.
What you talking about?
Like their women to strap on and go up in them.
What?
Facts.
Nah.
That's facts. That's facts. It's a lot of dudes
that
like that kind of shit.
I'm saying for me, like I said, I'm
that's
not even letting nobody.
To the person, like that's one thing that's off limits.
Yeah.
Ain't no penetration.
I ain't even doing that. But like, I like doing that type of stuff. For me personally, I get more turned on like doing stuff for my lady and watching her get turned on off of that. Like that I like that. Like if I'm eating you out and seeing how you reacting to certain things that I'm doing, eating your ass, seeing you reacting to certain things I'm doing, that shit does it for me. You know what I'm saying? And then we could get into like the actual us fucking. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And like I said, I'm spontaneous, so I don't really enjoy like us being in the same position all the time, like all of that. Like,
you know what make you come out the phone booth with the Superman cape on? Is when you can make a chick that don't smoke a cigarette after you finish.
What's the name? You like fucking with music on or no music?
It don't matter.
Now, I'm just saying. Well,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. Me personally, I never got into the whole music box. Some people like that though. That's why I was asking.
I can do it with R&B, hip hop.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Nothing.
But what I'm saying, I'm asking from the standpoint because there's some.
It don't matter.
Okay. Well, you saying it don't matter. So if you came into a room that was quiet, would you turn on music?
No.
All right, me either. Yeah, like I know people that do that. Like it's like, all right, well I got music playing because you know what I'm saying. We might smash.
If music is playing, it's because there's somebody in the room, in the crib, or in, you know what I'm saying, the next room that you don't want them to hear everything that's going on. That's the only time you cut music on.
That's silly. That's that dorm life shit. But or roommates. But like
Oh no, I ain't doing that. If we man, listen.
What?
If I got a roommate and you coming in here and we smashing. We ain't cutting on no music and none of that shit. If ain't nothing on. I'm talking about if you go to a chick crib and her mom's and them is there, or she come to your crib, you know what I mean? Like in my case, it was my grandfather, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, cut the music on or whatever, you know what I mean? So you just turn the music up and blast the music, even though he knew what it was, you know what I mean? But other than that, hell no.
Yeah.
Like I got a funny story. I ain't gonna say his name, but this is funny. My man, we was out. We ended up at a hotel with two chicks, and the room was one of them adjoining rooms.
Oh, where you got the doorway.
The doorway in between.
Yeah.
So shit was funny. He said we went there at first. I'm thinking that I had talked to you to give me some ass, right? So she talking to me the whole time we going like, yo, I don't do this, da. So we get there, I start smashing, and my man said he heard the bed, right? But this is all I heard. I'm smashing, and all I hear is, what the fucking thing?
Where's back because he wasn't getting no asshole.
He turned on the fucking porn, and the chick was talking. Watch the fucking TV! When I came out the room, I said, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck that, I ain't want to hear you growling that bitch out. Let's take this bitch and get out of here.
Oh my God.
You almost made me spit on myself. That shit was crazy.
He watched the fucking TV.
Yo, that nigga said.
So he ain't get
no, he was tight.
Oh
yo,
man,
he was so mad at me. That shit was so funny.
So you ever been in that type of situation where like it's you and one of your boys, two chicks, and he smashed, but you didn't? Never. Yeah, that's a good situation.
Never. And I ain't got to knock on wood because it ain't going to happen now. But never was I in a spot where me and my man was together and he got something I didn't. Facts.
So what you like more, like what's the first things like, and obviously like we gonna say this again because ain't nobody trying to get in trouble behind this conversation. This is all stuff prior to marriage and all of that. We both married. He got whatever going, I got whatever going. We both married. Our wives, we not talking about right now.
Man, fuck all that marriage shit. I've been with my wife fucking damn near 30 years.
I know, you've been with her damn near my whole life. What I'm saying, you are married though.
Yeah, but shit, before I was married, I wasn't doing that kind of shit.
I'm not saying you was. I'm just saying the current situation. We married. We're not talking about currently. But what I'm saying, what I was getting to was, damn, nigga, you made me forget what the fuck I was talking about. What? Oh no. What I was about to say is, like, when you were out in the field, like, what's the first thing you noticed in a woman?
If she wore makeup, I don't like women that wear makeup. Her body. And I always looked at her smile. Like I always tried to make a chick smile, and that was one thing that I always had. Like I could always like that. You know what I mean? And their feet. That's another thing that I got. I got a foot fetish. You know what I mean? Like my wife will tell you the night I met her. You know what I mean? I was I was in the back seat of the car. Yes, I was a scrub that night.
Speak up.
I was a scrub that night, and what happened was, when I seen her, the first thing I said when I got out of the car is, "What kind of sneakers do you wear? Number one, and what size is your foot? Because if your foot bigger than mine, ain't no need in us finishing the conversation." Period. Point blank. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't like chicks that wear makeup. You know what I mean? Because, trust me, ain't nothing like getting that foundation shit on a shirt and you gotta throw that shirt out.
Yeah. For me, like the first thing I look at, like you said, you hit a lot of things, but for me, I look at two things off the rip: your smile and your feet. So like your smile, I want to see like you got nice teeth or whatever like that, or a nice smile. Like I want to do like when you smile, I want to be like, oh, you got a pretty smile for me. And then feet, like I like a woman that take care of her feet, like toes done. You know what I'm saying? Lotion on your feet, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm big into smells. Like I give you a hug, like if you smell good, like that's everything. Like I don't like when a female don't smell like, I don't want to say like smell like a female, but like I can't put a word on it, but like
as long as you don't smell like you play full court basketball, it could be a go.
Yeah, nah, but I'm like really into smells. Like I like, if you just smell like soap to me, like that's just regular, or detergent, like that's just regular. But like I like I'm big in the scents, like getting the scent of a woman, like whatever lotion you use, if that's a good smell, whatever you put in your hair, like that. If that's a good smell, I'm big into that. I don't like makeup either. Like my wife will tell you, like I'll be like, yo, like I don't want all of that. Like if you gonna do it, don't overdo it. Like just whatever, a little bit. If you gotta have it, just do a little bit. I don't really like that. I like that natural look. Like we in a day and age now where like everybody wants to fake bodies and all stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you, women, if you watching, real men like stretch marks, yo. I'm gonna tell you right now, if a woman don't got stretch marks, like and like if at my age currently, like if I wasn't with my wife, if a woman didn't have stretch marks, I would feel like she might be too young for me. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have stretch marks. Like
it could be a woman that never had no kids.
But what I'm saying is that body ain't mature enough. Like
if she never had kids,
that's what you. So listen, I'm talking about what I like.
So if you meet a woman that never had no kids and she ain't got no stretch marks, you would feel that her body ain't ready for you?
Yeah, no. I don't think so. You gonna have some stretch marks somewhere. What's the name? Like, and I need cause your ass, I need that to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I smack your ass or if I lift up your cheek and I let it go, I need that to bounce. If I'm fucking from the back, I need that comeback. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have stretch marks. You know what I'm saying? Cellulite's not a bad thing either. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't mad at none of that.
But you can get a chick that get her ass done, and
I don't like that. I don't like that.
But all of that happens though.
Huh?
How would you know if she got her ass done or not? When some chicks,
personally,
chicks that you might not know, but they got their ass done.
Well, what's the name? If they fool me, they fool me. I feel like I can look at an ass and tell if it was done or not. Like an ass that was done got a little bit more sit up than a regular ass.
Nah.
To me.
I'm telling you right now. I know a chick that shit bugged me out.
Huh?
You know, you see a chick in jeans and her ass is up. You like, she pulled them jeans off. Her shit flopping.
Mm-hmm.
No lie. This chick pulled her drawers off and her ass sat right there and the broad is broke as I don't know what. So she couldn't have got nothing done.
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit.
But it's different body types too. Like most of the time when chicks get ass shots, you can tell Because one, like what I said, the first thing they got, it don't sit up like a regular ass. Two, the thighs don't match the ass. So like you can tell when somebody's ass is their ass by the thigh pattern. Like if you look, I'll use Kim Kardashian for example. Kim Kardashian got the thighs of a 95 to 105 pound woman. She got the ass of a girl that weighed like 150 plus. That shit look nasty. She look like Big Bird. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's whack to me. Like that all of that needs to be connected. Like when you fuck a natural girl from the back with a naturally fat ass and naturally thick thighs, all of that shit's smacking. Like if your hamstrings and quads.
You brought her. I gotta ask you. You think Kim Kardashian a sexy chick?
No, I don't. That's why I brought her up as a bad example of ass shots. I didn't bring her up in a positive light.
No, I'm saying fuck the ass.
No, I don't think she's bad. I don't even think she's the best looking sister.
She's not.
The older sister's the best looking one because she's the most natural looking one. Like that's my point. Like that's what I like, natural looking chicks. Like I
that's
like
the short one.
Yeah.
That was married to the idiot.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like when your hamstrings and all of that is shaking with your ass, that's when it's real. When your hamstrings and quads is tight, they don't got no jelly, they ain't moving. The only thing that's moving is your ass. I don't like that because the proportion's off. And I can't like. I know they got the song "Little Booties Matter." Some of them though, like some of them is sexy. Like I like comeback. So I won't actually say that because some thin girls, they proportion wise, they be bad. Like because like they smaller, so the proportions on that they don't need to have the huge ass. Some of them like you get ass shots. That's what Kim Kardashian did from the pictures.
I don't pay no mind.
Yeah, I seen the one picture it was posted on like. It might have been Shade Room on Instagram. It was like a picture of her walking on the beach. That's where I seen it, cause I don't pay attention to them.
I don't pay no mind, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, it was like a picture of her walking on the beach. They had posted it, and it was basically saying what I'm saying. Like this is why you should steer away from that.
Courtney is bad.
That's the oldest one.
Yeah, she's bad, but I didn't pay no attention to Kim. And I ain't gonna lie, Chloe ain't bad neither.
Chloe looks better than Kim.
Right.
Nah, but I can't get down with like all of that surgery and stuff like that. Cause I think about too, be like, yo, what the heck you gonna do? You getting older, so like once you start, you can't stop.
No, you gotta get reductions like they do.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is once you start, you can't stop. You gotta keep getting surgeries to keep that shit up.
Get reductions, they start getting that shit taken away.
That's a surgery.
Yeah, not to keep it up.
I'm saying it's maintenance. You keep it up with it.
They getting rid of this shit.
Is that maintenance or no? If you don't do it, it's gonna mess up, right?
No, maintenance is maintaining it like your car. You do maintenance to keep it running. They getting this shit reversed. Get that shit up out of here because I can't use it no more.
Right. So if they get it reduced, what will happen?
The shit'll be up, chilling, and they'll be sagging.
So
all it is a pocket.
That's what I'm saying. It's maintenance. Because if they left it in there, like you said, it would look malfunction. So that's what I mean by maintenance. But now, like I like all of that natural shit, like for real. Like I'm really into that. Like I need that. Like going back to the first things, like the feet. Like I really like I like rubbing feet, like kissing feet, all of that. Like and yo, this is a big like I said, I'm big into smells. Yo, ladies, if you working and you wear them slides, right? You wear them they flats. They flats. Yeah, the flats joint. Yo, make sure that you on like summer days, you're not just walking around in them joints all day long without taking your feet out of them. Your feet will be rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like just the same way like same way like if us dudes, like if you a dude and you wearing low top sneakers and without no socks in the summertime, you do that enough times, the inside of your sneakers gonna be stinking. You know what I'm saying? Like because you don't got nothing to block the sweat barrier with the material inside the shoe. So what you're doing is you dripping sweat on the material inside your shoe, and it's just sitting there because it ain't got nowhere to go. So once you do that enough times, that's what your shoe gonna smell like, and then your feet gonna smell like that. And
Let me
then
tell you something. If a chick got to take hygiene from this podcast, she need to kill herself.
Nah, I'm just saying. We talk about what we like. We talk about what we like.
If a chick don't know hygiene at 30-something years old,
we might not be. It might not be 30-something.
Okay, if she don't know hygiene at 20-something.
Yeah, you're right.
What are we talking about? You learn hygiene when you growing up.
Yeah, but like I said, we talking about what we like. Chicks, I like feet. They gotta be together though. But like that smile and the feet, of course, like body, like I don't really have a type though. Me personally, like I said, like I think some small women are bad. Like proportion wise, I think some thicker girls are bad. I think the term BBW, like I know I've seen some pretty like heavier women too. Like just because you're big don't mean you're not pretty. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that we gotta celebrate too. I don't like to feel like we objectifying women, but like I'm just talking about things that turn me on. Like I like a woman with confidence. Like even if you're not the most outwardly what the world would consider pretty or like the baddest girl in the room, but either you mad cool, you funny, you got confidence, stuff like that. All of that plays a role. Like I know I've met some bigger women in my life that I look at them in a light better than like the chick that people would just look at and be like they bad just off their personality. It's like, yo, I could kick it with you. Like we just cool.
Yeah, but you know why that is? Because everybody objectifies the quote unquote baddest woman in the world, in the room.
So she it's like a defense mechanism.
Like, yo, a motherfucker gotta talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the shit that when you be like when we was in college, you go to parties, you have the chicks that would be in the middle of the dance floor but won't dance. You ever been in a party like that? So like there would be like it'd be like a bad joint, right? She might be in the middle of the dance floor with like two other girls, and they not dancing in the party.
See, when I came up, the baddest chicks that wasn't on that dancing shit and knew they was bad, they'd be on the wall like a dude.
Yeah.
Or like, if they was on the dance floor, they was dancing, and their bodyguards was trying to stop you from going to talk to her at dance floor and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Chicks like that, man, listen, back in them days, you wanted to smash them so you could do them dirty.
Yeah, that's a fact. That was the same way when I was coming up.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, check this out. Somebody bagged her to do her dirty. Mm-hmm. So she know you ain't shit.
Yeah. But I say that to say, like, you got some, like, girls that wouldn't be considered as pretty or bad as them that make up for it in other areas, and it makes them seem badder than what they are, just off of their vibe. You know what I mean? And their energy.
What makes a person bad is their personality.
That's a fact.
Period.
Yeah. That way,
looks. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder in the first place.
That's a fact, but I think you would develop that over time. that mindset. Because I think at a younger age, like when you're in middle school and high school, you don't think like that. That's something that you develop over time. Because like for myself, I'll speak for myself.
Go ahead.
When I was in high school, I put way more value into the outward appearance of a person, as compared to their actual personality.
See, I never did that.
I did. Like what's the name? Like it'd be like, yo, you bad. If I look when you look good, it was just you bad. Now if you had a fucked up personality, I'd be like, yo, you got a fucked up personality, but you was still bad. As the 34, about to be 35-year-old Chris, if you outwardly look good and you got a shitty personality, you're not bad at all to me.
See, I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
I always looked at it, the chick that was the bad bitch with the fucked up personality and shit like that, I cracked on them all day, every day, to make them understand you You just as fucked up as everybody else. You ain't shit.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying I'm not saying that you.
And that's what dudes that thought like you is what got girls out here that dudes look at them right now and be like, that bitch was never shit.
Yeah, but I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
You just said you see a pretty chick.
Mm-hmm.
She was bad to you. I know what you said.
But that's not saying that I was. If she was bad and had a bad personality, I'm not saying that I was like trying to get at her.
No, what I'm saying is, what I mean by that is that thought process. Yo, that's a pretty chick over there. She's bad. You know what I'm saying? Is what created the personality that she had.
But what I'm saying is, in order for her to get that mindset, somebody has to tell her she's bad. So what I'm saying is for me, is like, I would be like, yo, you got a fucked up personality, but she's still bad. But I'm not saying nothing to you because you got a fucked up personality.
But in order for you to know her personality, you had to have a conversation with her.
Not really. You could monitor that from a.
That's not true. I'm gonna tell you how that ain't true, because I know chicks that I went to school with that was outwardly beautiful women, but you would look at them like, yo, that's a snobby chick, because she didn't give everybody the play. All the dudes that would run up on her, she wouldn't be with the bullshit. But then when you talk to them, you be like, yo, you wow, cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they'll tell you like, nah, I just don't like all the attention and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And you tell them like, when a woman let's say like you said, high school. So when a teenage girl knows she's a bad chick, but you gotta tell her that she's a bad chick. She's beautiful outside and inside, because she's not looking at herself as I'm that prize.
Yeah.
But the chicks that think that they was the prize be the ones that, yo, guess what? You know what I mean? Trust me, man. And I seen dudes do some stuff to. My high school was different. I don't know how glass school was, but man, you would have dudes that would come to school like around this time where the weather breaks with piss and water guns and all kind of shit, just for that chick.
Yeah. Nah, that was
that chick that was doing that was bad on the outside but ugly on the inside. Dudes would be like this, yo, the water gun go in deck, and you knew what it was, and they sit there and they wait for them to come down the hallway and they spraying them, and everybody laughing like, yo, you not a bad broad.
Nah, what's the name? I'll say this. You had an advanced mindset. What's the name? My mindset has evolved, like from high school. I don't think the same way as I did in high school. You saying that from the way you looked at things was a mature mindset. I give you that. You was way more mature than I was in high school then. Because when I was in high school, if she had a bad personality, I recognized she had a bad personality, but I also was like, yo, she's bad. Like, just looking on the outside. Like, when I'm from 14 to 17 years old, I wasn't really thinking about, like, how much personality really mattered like that. I knew what a personality was, but I really wasn't weighing it like I weigh it in my mid-30s. Now, if you did, more props to you.
Because you know why? The girls that we was around, they wasn't doing what these girls do, and
that
the girls your age do. These girls was like, when we was going to school, these chicks was like, when I and it's I don't want nobody to take what I'm saying the wrong way, but it wasn't no statutory rape and stuff like that. Security guards was dating the girls that you was going to school with. You come out of school, the dude that was on the block hustling all day that was like 25, 26 is coming to pick up the chick. So these is bad chicks. You understand what I'm saying? They riding around with dudes that's like I'm 14 years older than you. That's like me coming to your school.
But that was happening.
That was my point. So now, but these chicks, when they went to parties and stuff like that, they wasn't, that twerking and all that shit wasn't out back then. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't no social media and all that where...
It wasn't social media when I was in high school either.
like where it is today. So what you saw with a chick on a one-on-one wasn't what you saw with that chick out in the street. Now, I'm not saying all of them. The ones you saw do that out in the street, you would look at them like, yo, man, you know what I mean? You ain't about nothing. You know what I mean? But then you get the bad ones that you get cool with, you know what I mean? And you be like, yo, this is a cool chick. Like, she's a pretty chick, but yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo, she ain't stuck up. Yo, she just ain't fucking with niggas that be on that bullshit. And girls knew, for the most part, who just wanted to smash and who didn't. Yeah. Like, it was a lot of girls I was friend zoned out the gate. Oh, that's my brother. And you ain't no friend zone back then. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it was like, damn, man. Yeah, I mean, how's my friend zone like?
Now, I think that's the same. Like I just think you had a more mature mindset as far as that than I did. Like I said, my mindset towards like what you put stock in for the opposite sex has evolved over the years. Like it wasn't always like. First of all, when I was in high school, I wasn't even really trying to date nobody. Like I was like boyfriend, girlfriend. I didn't want that in high school. I was like, if we doing boyfriend and girlfriend, like that's limiting my opportunities. That's how I looked at it in high school. Clearly, my mindset has changed from then. But you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Huh?
Shit. If you had a girl in high school, you know how much ass you was getting?
What's the name? I don't know.
Huh?
My thinking was you was limiting it. I get what you're saying.
See,
I get what you're saying.
And my circle of friends, I always hung out with dudes that was older than me. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? The things was different. But
I get what you're thinking is because it was always like they want what they can't have.
It was more so when you went through that drought, when you and your girl broke up, or you was dating a chick and now y'all ain't talking no more, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants you. Soon as you get with a chick, everybody throwing the shit at you. And this is one thing I learned early, and mommy will tell you this. 7th and 8th grade, I never talked on the phone with a dude. It was chicks that would call the crib, and one chick, I would stay on the phone with her for hours.
Yeah, you from that era. Like, what's the name? Me personally, I don't like talking on the phone all the time. I never liked that. And past girlfriends can tell you, my wife can tell you, I do not like being on the phone that long. Like, that annoys me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's word? Like, you from the era, like, I remember when I was a kid, you used to be on the couch talking for hours. I'm like, I don't know how this nigga sit here and talk to the same person for 2 hours. Like, I can't do that.
I'm going to tell you how real this shit is.
Yeah.
This is when you know dude's pimp game is crazy. My man, I introduced him to a chick, right? Mm-hmm. He never saw her, she never saw him, right? Mm-hmm. Boom, we on three-way. I'm like, yo, check this out, man. I'm getting off the phone. Yo, give him your number. Or, yo, you give her your number. You know what I mean? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
They exchange numbers, right? Boom, I'm getting ready to go to school. 7 o'clock in the morning, the phone rings. Yo, cut school and come to my crib. So I'm like, what? Fuck, I'm coming to your crib in the Bronx for? Mm-hmm. Man, I'm going to school. He's like, yo, come to my crib. I'm like, yo, I'm not coming to your crib, man. Yo, tell him why he should come to my crib. Why is we going to his crib? I was like, you called at 7 in the morning? She was like, no, we never hung up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. He kept her up from 7 at night to 7 in the morning and convinced her to go to. Yo, I swear.
Now I'm not saying you lying. I'm saying I'm not sitting on the phone that long. And let me say this. I can't say I've never done that. I can't say that I've never stayed on the phone for mad long. What I will say is it's not something that I enjoy doing.
I stayed on the phone mad long, but I never stayed on the phone.
I never overnight.
12 hours.
Nah.
And the whole time, I'm convincing her, tomorrow you ain't going to school, you coming to give me some ass.
Yeah, nah, I'm not staying on the phone like that. That's crazy.
That's facts. I was like, yo. We did this.
But see, like, for me, like how I viewed that coming up, like that right there, 12 hours on the phone, I'd be like, that's clown shit. For me, like I'm like, yo, like nigga, you really stayed on the phone with this chick overnight for 12 hours begging for some ass? Like, I've seen.
No, he wasn't begging.
I'm just saying.
He never even knew it.
I'm just saying. You saying he's not begging. I'm saying on the phone for 12 hours is begging. You just say you spent 12 hours on the phone trying to convince her that.
No, well, I'm saying it wrong. He had a conversation. His conversation piece was so good that he made that chick cut school, come to his crib, and the first day he laid eyes on her and vice versa, he smashed.
I feel you. But what I'm saying,
that's a different kind of pimp, man.
Me personally, I like more power to him. He got what he wanted out of the conversation. Me personally, I don't look at that as like, yo, some great feat.
Like, yeah, because y'all wasn't on it like us. And like we did.
Some people was on it like that. It just wasn't me.
We did things like say like you in class, like you say spontaneous shit.
Mm-hmm.
You in class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you sitting in a classroom and it's you, a chick, your man, and a chick. Mm-hmm. And y'all watching, y'all in class, y'all watching a movie or whatever, and the teacher's sitting there and asking questions about the movie, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all wouldn't think about, yo, check this out, we could turn this shit into some different shit right here.
What do you mean?
Where this shit could turn into, like we said, spontaneous shit.
What? Explain what you're saying.
Like I'm saying, like
I'm waiting you to say what you're saying.
In the back of the room, paying that shit right there ain't no mind. Motherfuckers is back here, then they're having an orgy in the back of the class.
Yeah, that happened when I was in high school too.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Dudes was on that.
I'm saying you said we. The reason I wanted you to expound because you said we wasn't on it like that. We were. So like that's what I'm saying. Like that's not anything new under the sun. But I'm not talking to no, especially never seen her. 12 hours on the phone, like, you're wildin'. Like, that, what's the name? For me, that's begging. You know what I'm saying? Your old heads used to be like, yo, it's way more pussy out here than it is us.
You ever met a pimp?
Huh? No, I never met a pimp, no.
And guess what? You can't say that.
Okay.
Because guess what?
Like I said, this is my opinion. I could be, everybody else could have a different opinion. This is my opinion.
And it's crazy.
Did he get paid?
Huh?
Did he make money off that?
No, he didn't make money off that. But what I'm saying is he never begged her. He was having straight conversation with his chick and made her come out her panties.
What I'm saying is the conversation was directed around his smack.
No,
right?
it wasn't.
How you know?
She said it.
Okay. That's not what you said at first.
No,
though.
I said that he got her not knowing her. He talked to her for 12 hours. I said I was on the phone. I called him. And I said, yo, I'm getting off the phone.
Yeah.
You give him your number or you give her the number. He called me at 7 o'clock like, yo, come down here. Cut school. Man, I ain't cutting school. I'm going to school. I'm not coming to the Bronx. Tell him why he need to come here. Because we are going down there.
12 hours on the phone, you making love, bro.
I feel you.
That's my opinion.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if you don't have to agree.
I wouldn't do it, but more power to him, man.
I said that. I said more power to him. Like he got what he wanted out of the deal. But 12 hours on the phone, like that's wifey. Like what do you?
I couldn't even talk to my wife.
I just said that. I don't like talking on the phone like that. You talk on the phone you like talking on the phone way more than I do. You know what I'm saying? And if you wouldn't do it, I damn sure wouldn't do it. Like 12 hours on the phone. That's some exclusive shit. That's your girl. Like, a chick that you ain't never met, you spent 12 hours on the phone, like, that's why I said that's begging. Like, that don't even make no sense to me. But, like...
Begging to me is totally different. Like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo, you gonna do this? Their conversation, and this came from her, had nothing to do until 7 o'clock. She said she told him, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for school. Yo, what you doing later? And he was like, what am I doing later? You gonna come down here. And that's when the conversation flipped. And this came from her.
I hear you. I don't care when the conversation flipped. The fact that you was on the phone for 12 hours with this chick, or he was on the phone for 12 hours with this chick, you making love. Like, you're like, what's the name? That's not no, I'm meeting you out, like.
No, some dudes got conversation pieces.
I'm not saying they don't. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is for the amount of time that he was on the phone, 12 hours, with this girl, you making love. Like, that's exclusive. Like, you giving that way more, in my opinion. I say, if people would disagree with me, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Nothing nobody can say is going to change my opinion as far as, if you talking to a girl for 12 hours, that's you making love on the phone. Like, that's just it.
You know how I look at it? I look at it something like what you're saying, but I'm flipping it on this. At some point, in order to get that ass, and like you said, he didn't know. So, in order to get to know her, at some point, he would have had to talk 12 hours to her to even get the pussy. He just put it all in one night.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not true either. I've gotten pussy with less than an hour.
Okay.
And meeting somebody. So I'm saying, like, and
so you saying you never talked to her more than that hour after that?
No.
You straight got the pussy and broke out.
Yeah.
And never talked to her again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm saying. This is my opinion. Like, and I'm not saying that happens every time, but that has happened.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but what I've never been in a situation where I've never seen the
You know what I look at that as?
What?
I look at it as the dude had magnificent conversation.
He was motivated.
He kept her, and he had to keep her intrigued to stay on the phone.
He did. I'm not knocking him for that. You that's stuff that I'm not saying. I'm agreeing with you in that. For somebody for 12 hours, you definitely have to have good conversation. You have to.
And me knowing the dude, he was a slick dude, and he had that swag about him, like, you know what I mean, like. He was a smooth dude, and the shit he did, a lot of stuff that he did was unorthodox, you know what I mean? But when that shit happened, when I'm telling you, when the phone rung at 7 o'clock in the morning, I was like, yo, who the fuck is calling here at 7 o'clock in the morning? And when it was him, I was like, yo, come to your crib. I'm not coming down there to cut school. Man, I'll see you later on the block. And he said, tell him why he needed to come down here. And she said, we. And I was like, we? Who the fuck is we? And she was like, yo, me and such and such going down there.
Yeah, that's dope.
His crib. I was like,
Nah, that's dope.
Right.
That's dope. Like, I applaud his effort. He was very motivated. He had great conversation, clearly, to keep her on the phone for 12 hours. Like I said, all of that is true, what you said. In my opinion, though, he put in way more work necessary than was necessary. Because, to be honest, and like, her conversation had to be good, too.
Nah.
I think so.
He wasn't that kind of dude. He didn't give a fuck.
Well, I don't know him. I don't know him. Like, what's the name?
Know him, but I ain't going to put his name.
All right, well, what I'll say is this, like, the way I look at it, and this is coming from a guy who don't like talking on the phone that long either. And when I say I don't like talking on the phone, because I like face-to-face interaction. Like, I don't like talking and not being able to see you type deal. Now, y'all can tell I like to talk. Now, we face-to-face, I'll talk to you all day long.
Now, if that would have been face-to-face, it wouldn't have took no fucking 5 hours.
I hear you. I'm not saying that it was. I don't doubt that. What I'm saying is the fact that he did that. Like, he went above and beyond.
But see, back then, like I said, we didn't have cell phones.
I didn't have cell phones in high school either.
That was the jack.
I didn't have cell phones either. Like, you confused me with this generation. I went to high school from 2001 to 2004. I never had. People had
cell phones.
I'm saying, let me finish my statement. People had cell phones. I did not.
What I'm saying is, our generation didn't have cell phones.
But what I'm saying is,
we
from
had
my personal experience,
phones and house phones.
From my personal experience, I never had the benefit of a cell phone. So I'm talking about from my experience. Like, I had to use a house phone if I wanted to talk to my, or if I was with my boys, like a lot of my friends had cell phones, I could use theirs. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna be with such and such, call his phone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm even at home, I'm not laying on the phone with you.
That's something I would never do.
What?
That call my man, if I'm out, I'm out.
I would say you wasn't around with cell phones though.
Huh?
You like you just said, you wasn't in high school with cell phones.
Yeah, but guess what? If even when cell phones was out, if I don't have no cell phone or my cell phone battery died, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. I was saying.
Ain't no call this dude phone and looking for me. Nah, man. I'll let you later.
Yeah, nah. I'd do that. Like what's the name? If I wanted to get up with a chick or whatever, and we was out somewhere, and be like, yo, we gonna be here. If y'all pull up, hit this phone, I'll be with him, like that, like stuff like that. But I ain't had no phone, so I definitely did that. Cause a lot of people had cell phones, so it was like, yo.
When cell phones came out, yo, my phone about to die.
Yeah, but you was a grown ass man when that happened.
I don't care if I was grown or not. If I'm
you
out,
say that.
I'm out.
You say that.
Say what?
I say you say that you would be that way, but you don't know because you wasn't in high school with cell phones.
We had beepers.
That's not a cell phone.
Okay, so if somebody beeping you, they know.
Yeah, but that requires you to go find a payphone to call them back.
There's a payphone on every corner.
But I'm just saying, a cell phone is on your hip.
Listen, once I'm outside, I'm outside. It ain't no talking. I'll let you later.
I hear you. Like I said, you wasn't in that situation.
I just know me. Once I'm outside, I'm outside.
I hear you. But nah, what's the name? Like your man, he did his thing, but I couldn't do. Like that's definitely like an era thing. I think probably like the newer age cats don't like. Well, they FaceTime a lot.
They FaceTime and they text.
Yeah. Like me personally, I'll text.
Texting is like I don't like texting.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't expect you like texting because you're not like you a phone dude. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like I can do FaceTime for a little bit. I don't like sitting on FaceTime that much because like for me I get the concept of it, but it's not like a face to face. It's as close as you can get to face to face. But like I'll take it. But I definitely prefer face to face over everything. Some people don't though. Like some people be like, I'd rather.
Dudes shouldn't be FaceTiming dudes.
Huh?
Dudes should not be FaceTiming.
Nah, I disagree with that. So like what I would say is like from like me, my close group of friends, like we'll group FaceTime, like because you got cats got families and stuff like that, so you're not able to get up as much as you wanted to.
Man,
so like
we could get in a group. Yeah, we do duo.
Nah.
Duo's like a FaceTime.
Yeah, nah. Text messages don't do it. So like you like on a Friday night or whatever like that, like everybody like, yo, alright, it's later in the night or whatever, hop on FaceTime, you know what I mean, you kick it, you got cats that want to smoke their cigars, whatever like that, like you kick back, just shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's you on FaceTime, it ain't like we like glamour shot, like it's just like, yo, I set my phone up, we on camera, I just want to see my boys, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you good. That we checking in that way. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's
different.
Huh? Yeah.
My people, you be looking at the ceiling. You
some
sky.
Yeah, some aspects sometimes you do.
Talking like like you said, smoking a cigar, everybody talking, but then when somebody want to show you something, like look. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm just saying. I'm saying like you're not standing here holding the phone in your face the whole time.
I'm not setting the phone up. This phone is laying.
When I say set it up, I'm saying you put the phone down.
Yeah.
So like if you're in the camera, like you gonna put it somewhere where you in the camera more than likely. But like if you moving around, you're moving around.
But you see how my phone is right now? My people will tell you. This how my phone be, and I'll just be talking. They be like, yo, where you at?
Yeah. Then in that case, I don't understand why you would call on FaceTime.
No, I don't call no dude on no face. I just told you.
Oh, I'm just saying.
But we do duo, and it'll be a group duo. When I see it, either I dead the call because I'm not getting on it, or I'll answer it. But the whole time the phone is looking. I'm not looking at no man like that.
You can enable your disable your camera. Like so.
Nah, I'll leave the camera on so they know that I'm right hand. But you know what I mean.
Nah, what's the name? I like being able to see my people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially, like, our mother, like, but that's a woman. Like, what was on our mother, like, FaceTime on my mom, she's in Georgia, things like that. But, like, my boys, for sure, like, I will FaceTime my boys. Like, we'll do that for sure. Like, or Zoom, whatever. Zoom is the same thing as, like, FaceTime, you on camera, whatever. Like, it's like the pandemic kind of started that type of stuff where it's like, yo, you can't get up and go places, so you could have like a virtual happy hour, a virtual guys night out, and things like that. Like, I think that type of stuff is important, and I think you get more out of seeing people than you can about just hearing them a lot of times too. So like, I can look at your face, you know what I'm saying, while you talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, even if you're not saying something, like, if something's wrong, you can see it on somebody's face a lot of times. So, I think that's the value of FaceTime and the value of doing it with your brothers. You know what I'm saying?
To me, the pandemic was a good thing to me, because as a person that liked to be outside all the time, when I was in New York, and being around people all the time, the pandemic was good because, you know what I mean, you didn't have to be around people like that. Like, I forget the word, but somebody said it right. That what it is, like, you outgoing, but at the same time you like being by yourself. You know what I mean?
Extrovert,
introvert, extrovert type shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That's me. Like, so it don't bother me not to be around people. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. And it's funny because, you know what I mean? Shona was saying, like, yo, it's funny when we was in New York, I'm outside every day, all night long. But then when they gone, I'll be at home the whole time they gone. You know what I mean? Not being bothered with nobody. You know what I mean? I'm good like that. A lot of times I'll be outside just by myself, sitting in my car, chilling.
Yeah, I like both. I definitely, the pandemic, I enjoy like the solitude of it, but I am not like you as far as like not liking people. I love being around people. Like, I love being around different energies, and like, I'm inspired by people. I think that's why I like being around people. Like, and I'm not even talking about like inspired in the sense of like going to do anything, like whether it's business, sports, or whatever like that. I'm talking about inspired like life-wise. Like, I love life, and I like to see life in other people, and like to see other people enjoying life, right? So like, things like, you might get up with people and they talk about a trip that they just went to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I like hearing those stories and being in person and feeling the energy of that story. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, I like investing in people, and when I don't have the opportunity to be around people, I do notice like damn, I missed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, going into work and just chopping it up with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Or like when the pandemic first started, I was going to Wawa every morning just to get coffee, and I ended up starting to a friendship with the coffee lady in Wawa, just because I just enjoy conversation and like just random people. I like talking to people. You know what I mean? Like, you get to know like what makes people tick. You know what I'm saying? And you might pick up different nuggets along the way. So I do like people, because I feel like when you're around people, yes, you protect your energy, but I feel like that helps you evolve too, because it gives you different perspectives. Like, people talking, having conversations, and you listening to how people feel about different things. I think it gives you different perspectives, and that allows you to evolve as a person. I feel like when you be like too closed off, you stay where you are. Like, your thoughts don't evolve because you have your same point of view, and you don't have anyone to bounce that off of, or any different perspective to come at you or challenge your way of thinking if you're just by yourself all the time.
See, I disagree. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the energy that you give out is going to come back. I'm not sitting nowhere talking to nobody that I really don't know like that. That ain't me. I'm not just going to be going to Wawa and sooner or later, like, I will go play my numbers and Yeah, me and the lady in there, one lady got cool, but it was just, hey, how you doing? I'm all right. Yeah, you gotta go to work? Nah, I'm off, whatever like that. That's the end of the conversation. Mm-hmm. We ain't talking about nothing else. That's it. You know what I mean? If I know you and we cool, then we can have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, and we'll talk on the phone. But, you know what I mean? But other than that, like, I ain't with all that, you know what I mean? And what I find is, and I found it even more, is the pandemic really helps you learn yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And when you know yourself, you can understand other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Getting everybody's ideas on this, that, and the third, and not knowing yourself, you know what I mean? You tend to get into what somebody else perceives life to be, and don't know what you want life to be. Like most rappers say, yo, I don't listen to no other person rap because I don't want to end up rapping like them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's true. When you learn yourself, you know what I'm saying, you'll learn that, yo, guess what? That person's opinion is their opinion, you know what I mean? And this is what I know, and it gives you time to dig deep into certain things and see things for really what they are and not what people want you to believe them to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So I'm not into that. I'm into self-preservation first, self-knowledge, you know what I mean, and then gain that, you know what I mean, off what little bit I can get from somebody else. Like, prime example, me and my man was talking, matter of fact, last night. It was a situation that came down and nobody peeked. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, this is X happened today, but tomorrow Y is going to come down. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, watch. Sure enough, Y came down. Mm-hmm. Right before I came over here, and I called him, but he wasn't, he didn't answer. Mm-hmm. But I know tomorrow he going to call me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, and we're going to discuss that. But, you know what I mean? If I listen to what people say, you know what I mean? Like, and bounce ideas off people, people have a way, and there's people that can manipulate your thoughts into being their thoughts.
Yeah, they project their own thoughts on you.
So I'm far removed from that. I'm not with that.
I get you on that. I agree with everything you said there. The only thing I challenge you on, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't agree with is what I would come back with this question. Do you believe in, like, networking?
Yeah, but that's if we handling some business.
No, but I'm saying, like, so networking as a whole, like, it don't have to be just business, right? So what I'm saying is, the reason I asked that question was, like, let's say, like, in your circles, what you said is, if I don't know you, like, we not having, like, no, like, if the conversation ain't going but so far, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, what if, like, your inner circle, the people that you know, don't know something about a subject matter that you are interested in, mm-hmm. but you're closed off to in-depth conversation with people you don't know. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking you, like, so that's
I will research.
Right, but what I'm saying is, you would research it, but so you saying, like, you wouldn't have a conversation with somebody that you knew was in that field without knowing them, right? You wouldn't speak to that person and develop a relationship with them. You would just do independent research.
If I don't know you, and this is something that I learned mm-hmm. a long time ago, by having that mindset of, okay, if you know this, I don't know it. Like, my inner circle might not know about this right here. Yeah. You work in that field, right? Mm-hmm. And I come to you. Mm-hmm. Without me looking up and being able to have some sort of education on what I'm asking you for, mm-hmm. or trying to gain information from you for, mm-hmm. you could use my ignorance as a way for you to come up.
Yeah, that goes without saying. That's not what I'm saying, though.
That's what you just asked me.
No, you made the assumption that you made an assumption that when I'm saying go to somebody else that you're not doing your due diligence first. I'm not saying that. I think that goes without saying that you're not going and you're not putting yourself vulnerable out there for somebody you don't know. Like you shouldn't do that because you don't know this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you shouldn't have the trust that they're gonna have your best interest at heart coming out the blue. But if they're you do your due diligence. I'll blatantly say that, right? But you have additional questions that this person may be able to answer, right? Because you can't go to them and have that conversation if you don't even know the right questions to answer, right? Mm-hmm. Without doing your due diligence. Mm-hmm. So you asking the right types of questions, right? But if you're closed off to having that conversation because you don't know them, I feel like that's why I said, like, I don't think you can fully evolve if you're closed off to. And this is my opinion. I'm curious to know, like, how would you do that without being open to, like, new relationships? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm open to new relationships, but I'm very guarded when it comes to a new relationship because, number one, I don't trust people. Mm-hmm. I don't trust people like that. Yeah. Because, number one, if it's been people closest to me that have done things to me that if you gonna do it to me, why the fuck would I think that he wouldn't do it? Yeah. Or she wouldn't do it? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I have that in 48 years of my life, gonna be 49, having that guarded, whatever it's called, guarding myself, got me to where I'm at. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't trust people like that. I have trust issues, and they are for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I've seen people do things to other people that didn't have nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I be like, see, I can never put myself in that situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you dealing with money, like if somebody do something with my money or something like that, I'm really trying to figure out a way that I can hurt you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I tend not to even go there. Like, I don't want to do that. And on top of that, my privacy, I protect that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people get in these relationships and just because this person's cool with your man or a person's cool with your significant other, don't make them cool with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just necessarily having no conversation with you about something dealing with me. Yeah. I don't know you like that. So do me a favor. You stay over there. We could bullshit until I feel the energy and the vibe that you giving off, and then slowly but surely I'll deal with you. Right. But other than that, nah, we not just having no conversation like, yo, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Nah, we not doing that because people, like, I'll give you a prime example. A woman told me she was looking for a car. This happened the last 3 weeks. Matter of fact, last month. She said she was looking for a car, right? So I was like, and she asked me, she was like, this the only car you got? So I was like, nah, I got a 98 Honda Accord or whatever. She was like, I don't ever see you drive it. I was like, yeah, I drive it, but at a certain time, I don't like to move the car because people like to park in front of my house. You know what I mean? I don't like that. The people I've been having new neighbors, and they don't respect that. I don't park in front of their house before they came. Mm-hmm. I don't park in front of their house now. Yeah. Even if I move my car and somebody park in front of my house, I won't park in front of their house if the spot is open. So we having a conversation. So she go, well, I'm looking for a car. I would like to, get me a car, whatever. So I was like talking to her about, I would look for a car, right? Yeah. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. She goes, so have you seen a car or anything? So I was like, nah, I ain't see a car, whatever. She was like, good, because I was talking to my friend just like that, good. Because I was talking to my friend and I told him about your 98 Honda Accord you used to go back and forth to New York with You know what I mean? So, they told me I should just give you the money for that car. So I was like, I never said the car was for sale.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, damn it. You shouldn't have never told me about the car.
What?
So I'm like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out. You asked me, did I have another car?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't volunteer that information.
Yeah.
But because I told you the car I had, you know what I'm saying, you going to tell me I shouldn't have never told you about the car. But then she had the nerve to say this. So when you're looking for a car, look for a car for yourself because I want that car.
Like, that's nice.
So I had to tell her, like yo, hold on. I'm keeping my car.
And
I think you need to go and talk to somebody about getting a car. Wow, you just let me down. And I'm sitting there like, never did I ever tell you my car was for sale.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I think you get those, like, but I with you, I understand when you saying, like, you're guarded, so like that, like, when you're guarded and then stuff like that happen, that just be like, that validates your guard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a fact, like, because that's crazy. That whole conversation is crazy. Me, like, I would say, I have trust issues, too. My trust issues aren't like yours, though. Me personally, I think I might invest in people more so than I need to. If I would say like a knock on that situation, I'll give people more of a benefit of the doubt than they deserve a lot of times. Because it's my nature. I believe in people, and I like the politicking, not politics, politicking back and forth with people. Like I said, I like getting the energy from people. Like, I like giving my energy out. Like you said, what you put out, you get back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you put out that positive energy, like, and stuff like that, yeah, you're going to get some negative. Like, tonight, I was in Wawa with this on. We in Philadelphia Eagles country, right? Dude came up behind me, old head black dude, like, go Eagles. Me and him standing in Wawa talking for like 10 minutes. Don't know him from a can of paint. But it made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Me and him talking. Dak just signed the contract. You know what I'm saying? All because he saw me with the jersey on. He said something, and I didn't turn around on no dumb shit. Like, it was funny. We laughing. We don't know each other. I don't know his name. He don't know my name. But we just politicking, talking about the Dak deal, what it means, what he want to see the Eagles do, things like that. Like, I enjoy stuff like that. Like, I enjoy, like, just side conversations with random people. That joint's dope to me.
Hey, you know how my conversation would have went?
I know.
It would have been like, and I could be a Cowboys fan right now. He would do the same thing. Yeah, go Eagles. And I'd be like, yeah, what up? Yeah, go Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time I'm getting away from you. I don't know you like that.
Yeah, we're not in each other's face.
No, I'm saying I'm getting away from you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, guess what? You know what I mean? Okay, cool. We can have a yeah, definitely. Yeah, he got paid. You know what I mean? Yo, have a good day, brother. Enjoy. Be safe out here and all that. Keep it moving, man. Get away from me.
Nah,
we're not doing that.
What's the name, Blake? What's the name? I can't knock you for it because everybody, like, I think that's one thing we do wrong too. Like, it's like, and myself, I'm guilty of it when, like, people, like, everybody got their things where it's like, you got trust issues. Like, my issue might be something else. We look at somebody and be like, yo, because I don't have trust issues or I don't have an issue talking to strangers, that you're wrong because you feel that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how we should be. Like, we need to respect the fact that that's how you feel, right? I respect that's how you feel. You respect that I'm different. And in other areas, you might be another way and I'll be on the opposite end. And it'd be the same thing. It's just like, yo, like, that's just how Chris get down. That's just how Wild get down. And that's it. Like, respect people's, the makeup of who they are. Because that is what makes him him. And this is what makes me. And me, as somebody who like people, I think that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you, like me talking to you and you be like, give me short energy like that, I still think that's dope.
No,
you know
I think it's dope too that I even spoke to you. I'm acknowledging you. I'm not being rude. Nah. But we're not gonna sit and have no conversation.
You are a lot less like you are a lot more like.
You know why too? Because, and I guess growing up where I grew up makes me the way I am. Me having a conversation with you, and I don't know you from a can of paint. This person over here, and I'm not saying no color, nothing. This person over here got an issue with you.
And now I look
don't know how me and you interacting with each other. Now that might be a problem that I don't even know nothing about. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not putting myself in that situation. Nothing. I'm just not doing that. I'm guarded in that. In that fact, like, you know what I mean? I don't.
And that's experiences. Like, we all molded by our experiences.
Like, it's funny, like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say his name, but my wife got a cousin. He probably know more of my neighbors than I do. Like, he just be talking to them, and I be sitting there like, and I know they be like, damn, all he say is hi and bye. But this dude to have a conversation.
Like you're more like my wife. Like she, like in the neighborhood, like I'll be outside talking to the neighbors. Like I remember for the longest, I was like, yo, your wife, where she be at? Like she in the house. Like, oh yeah, tell her to come out and say hi or whatever like that. Like she's a lot more short with the conversation. Like me, I'm gonna be outside. Like I'm bad with names. I tell you that. Like they remember names. But, like, I'm going to be out and I'm going to talk to you. Like, we going to talk, like...
No, when I had neighbors that was cool, like, you know my neighbors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm a person that my door is always unlocked. So if you know me.
Yeah,
you
we different
know,
in that regard,
you know what
too.
I mean? My door is unlocked. I'm not worrying about nobody. You come in my house, you fucked if you trying to do something. You know what I mean? So I'm not worrying about that. And I have every right to do what I'm going to do to you. You know what I mean? But
I ain't leaving my door unlocked.
My thing is, when I had neighbors that I knew that we interacted, I'm not talking about that. But, you know what I mean? And when I moved down here, it was funny to me because for the first couple of years that I was down here, I was in New York more than I was here.
Yeah.
So one of my neighbors, she wasn't even my neighbor at the time. You know what I mean? She knew me. And I didn't know her from a can of paint.
Yeah.
She told me one day who I was. Yo, I was looking at this woman like she was crazy. I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You know,
like, you know too much about me to not know me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then she ended up moving next door to me. You know what I mean? And me and her boyfriend was cool. You know what I mean? He happened to be a firefighter. You know what I mean? But then, this is what I'm saying. Relationship, they moved. They ended up breaking up. You know what I mean? I called the dude one day. You know what I mean? Dude, they ain't returned my phone call yet. So I'm like, yo, you know what? You ain't got to be fake with me. You know what I mean? You was pushing the friendship on me. I sit outside my house, smoking cigars, you know what I'm saying, drinking, and looking at my computer. Or listening to some music. I'm not bothering nobody, or I'm sitting out back. You know what I mean? Or I'm cooking out back by myself. You know what I mean? But I had neighbors that I was cool with. You know what I mean? But, you know, some of the neighbors I'm still cool with. You know what I mean? And you know I love kids. Now, there's more kids in the neighborhood that know me and, you know, speak to me, or I might go outside, throw the football, you know what I mean, dribble the basketball with, things of that nature, play kickball with, you know what I mean? But as far as, and one thing I learned, you know what I mean, like from when I went away, when people do, and not so much saying you, but a lot of people that do what you do have expectations of people. And I don't have no expectation of nobody because I don't want nobody to have an expectation of me. You know what I mean? Like that lady. She had an expectation of me about me selling her a car that I never even said that I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it eliminates all that kind of stuff by, you know what I mean, being, like I said, if I'm around, like you see me, when you have things at your house,
mm-hmm.
I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if it's a conversation, okay, I know them from being with you.
Yeah.
But now, until I get to know you for who I think you are outside of you,
yeah,
conversation's gonna be just like, yeah. And I could bullshit and laugh and joke with you.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I could be the life of the party and all that. But we just not. You can't walk around and be like, hey, that's my man Wise. Yeah. That's Chris' brother. No. You Chris's friend.
Yeah.
And that's as far as this is going.
Yeah.
Until I get to know you and be able to say, yo, you're a cool dude. You know what I mean? Because you might do, not saying it is like that, but you might play with Chris a way that I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, well, most of my friends you already know, so they whatever they do with y'all have your own relationship.
Yeah.
But I'm not with certain shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So therefore I choose the least I open up to you where you start feeling like you know me and you thinking, okay, boom, that's Chris' brother, so me and Chris is like this, me and him like that. Nah.
Yeah, that's why I said if there's a flaw with like my approach, I said I probably do invest more than what I need to in people. But like you said, it wasn't. You're not saying it's me. Like me personally, I can tell you from my perspective, like being is where my mindset is like being open to having conversations with people I don't know. It's not. I come to the conversation wanting to like learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not saying like learn like scholastically, but learn like that person, right? Learn something about them through like our conversation. So I'm not coming to it with expectations. I'm literally coming to it like, yo, what you got? You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I look at it. Like I don't enjoy talking on the phone, but I love conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like
see, like I can tell you, being a fireman, right? The one thing everybody tell you, and if anybody that watches that is a fireman or work very closely with a group of people, like say in medical professions and things of that nature, where you around pretty much the same people all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one thing everybody says, when you come to work, you want a peaceful, and I'm saying from a firehouse perspective, you want a peaceful firehouse where everybody get along and there ain't no BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said the worst house you can have is where the BS is festering at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know the funniest shit? I had a house that I hated working. Hated.
But it was BS?
Huh? No, it was bullshit every day. Mm-hmm. Every day. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would come to work early in the morning. Early in the morning, come to work, make my bed, turn my computer on, and I'm laying in the bed. So the chief one day was like, listen, had a meeting with the whole house. He was like, listen, I don't want nobody in the bed during the day. I don't want nobody in the bed during the day. Right? Mm-hmm. So I sat there, I was like, all right. So I was like, best way to get out this house, keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be in this house. Yeah. It was some bullshit. Every fucking day you came to work, it was the same bullshit. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So it got to the point where a dude started doing what I was doing, right? And the officer was like, yo, I'm writing you up. So he was like, for what? Yo, the chief said he don't want nobody in the bed during the day. So the dude was like, hold on. Yo, Wise coming here every day. And he was like, yo, you not Wise. Why are you putting him involved in?
Yeah.
What did the chief say?
Mm-hmm.
But this bullshit. Why I do this shit every day? Every day he come here. Da da da. Other people was like this. I don't know how the fuck you stay in that house. It's some bullshit. We don't even like coming there. And I was like, yo, I gotta work there. So I gotta protect my serenity. So I do what I do to protect me. I don't eat with nobody. I don't have no conversations. Therefore, can't nobody say, yeah, we had a conversation the other day, right, Wise? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Because I was in my bed, watching my computer, watching the movie. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then when the officers and stuff would ask me, I'd be like, listen, I can sit there and you can have a more disgruntled employee, right? Mm-hmm. Or I could do what I'm doing. I'm disgruntled, but I do my job. Or I could be more disgruntled and my job start lacking.
Right.
So I learned to separate myself, man. Like I'm not with all that. And you talking about being 24 hours in the firehouse and you there with them more than you at home.
Yeah. Firehouse is different. Like you said, you be there 24 hours, you sleeping and all of that around them people. Like you deal with that in the workplace too, but you're only there 8 hours.
8 hours.
Or 10 to 12 if you work overtime.
Or you could be there. When I first started, it was 10 hours in the day and 12 hours at night.
Yeah.
Like you had a dude that transferred. He was making over $150,000 a year, right? Mm-hmm. He quit and came back to Mount Vernon. So I said to him, I said, yo, why you quit? Why did you, what? You started at $150,000. Starting. Mm-hmm. Why did you quit? You know what he said?
The work environment?
Yo, there wasn't nobody to talk to. The guys wouldn't talk to me. I said, are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that. I think that's different than what I'm talking about. Like that, what he's talking about is somebody.
He was like you.
No.
He had to talk to somebody.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. He's not the same as me. So I'm gonna break down what he is, and I'm gonna break down what I am. So a person like that, what he's explaining to you, that's a person who does not, like you said, know yourself, right? The pandemic, and the benefit of the pandemic is like, if you didn't know yourself, you got to learn yourself. A person like that needs conversation to thrive, or they cannot proceed, like he had to change environments because he didn't have anybody to talk to, that's somebody who does not have confidence of self. He's not comfortable with who he is, so his validation comes from his interaction with other people.
Yes,
that's not me. That's not what I'm explaining. And I gathered by what you were saying that that's what you were thinking that I was saying, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I have confidence in me. I don't need validation from other people. I choose to invest in them. Like when you invest in something, that's not like I'm investing in you as a person because I believe people are beautiful, right? That's where I'm coming from. I'm not talking to you to make because I want you to tell me something that makes me feel good about myself. I feel good about myself when I wake up in the morning. I tell myself good things about myself. I'm my biggest fan. Like I don't need you to give me a pat on the back. Like that's not what I'm talking about. Like him, he's somebody who's like, damn, like, I don't know, like, he's one of them people where, like, if he's in a relationship, like, his girl would have to tell him every day that he's handsome.
No.
That's what you're describing.
No, he said, I'm going to explain it again. Okay. The fact that the dudes wouldn't talk to him. Not getting a pat on the back. But if he would go talk to them, it's right over there. No more conversation.
But that's not what I'm saying.
He came back and he was happy, you know what I mean, like a pig in shit because he could sit at the kitchen table and talk to dudes. And I'm like,
Nah, I had a call center. When I worked in the call center, so when you sit in cubicles, you got your desk mates, and in the sense, like I said, it's not like a firehouse, but you're there. Like I had somebody to the left of me, a girl. She was real doom and gloom. Like if you know me, I'm a morning person. I'm up early. I got The same energy that I have all day, I got. If it's 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, don't matter. 4:30, don't matter. I come into work, I'm always happy. She was like, yo, like, why you always like happy when you come in here and nobody want to hear that? Cool. That's fine. You don't want to hear it? Cool. I pay you no mind. Once you give me that, we good. I don't need it anymore. That's not changing who I am, and it's not going to change my energy. For him, that changed his energy because he needed to change his environment. Me, my environment don't need to change. I'm still going to be Chris. That's why I said he don't have confidence in who he is. Because if he had confidence in who he is, he wouldn't need to change his environment. He's still going to be himself. Regardless of people giving you, like, cold shoulder and things like that, he didn't want to be whatever his name is. He didn't feel comfortable being that in that environment anymore. That's not me. Like, I will be annoyingly me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you give me the cold shoulder and I continue to be me, and that's not seeking a conversation with you. Like, once I realize you don't want to have a conversation, I'm not begging you to talk to you no more. Or I'm not going to be feeling sorry. I'm going to still go through smiling because that's me. You know what I'm saying? Song come on I like, I'm going to sing it. If I feel like dancing, I'm going to dance. Whatever like that. I'm going to be me. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, that's on you. But I'm not going to be on a situation like I feel like I'm less of myself or I need to change in my environment because the energy that I'm giving out is not being reciprocated. In that case, that person he lacked confidence.
And like you meet people like the firehouse atmosphere was different. It was different because you come in there, you had to have thick skin because people gonna fuck with you about the most painstaking thing you might have went through, and if it touched a nerve, and they knew it touched a nerve, they keep it up, right? So me, I'm into playing the dozens and things of that nature. But I'm not playing the dozens with somebody that I don't get along with. Me and you not doing that, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I come to work, you know, and like I said, for a couple of years, most of my career, except for that, I think it was like 2, maybe 3 years, I was at that house that I couldn't get along. Not that I couldn't get along, I just didn't like being there. But every other house, I come in, you know what I mean, and I was cool with everybody, you know what I mean, and, you know, dudes crack jokes on me, I crack jokes on them. But one time, and it's funny, me and the dude cool now, but he pulled me to the side, he was like, yo, Wise, check this out. I don't like that joke and shit, so, yo, whatever you do, don't crack no more jokes on me, right? Mm-hmm. So I got on the fence at first because I was like, this dude pulled me to the side. So I was like, that's you threatening me? No, because the way he said it, it was like he was threatening me. Like, you crack another joke like he going to do something to me. So I was like, I ain't signed the book yet. You know what I mean? Like, so we can go outside. And he was like, nah, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just telling you, like, yo, I'm not going to joke, right? Yeah. 6 months later, the same dude pulled me to the side like, yo, I did something to you? So I was like, what? He was like, I did something to you? I was like, nah, why would you ask me that? Yo, man, you come in here and crack jokes on everybody else, but you don't say nothing to me.
So that's the person I'm talking about.
I said, yo, you told me you didn't like it. Right. So I come in, it ain't like I disregard you. Right. I say what up.
But I'm saying you just crack jokes on him to validate who he is. That's not what I'm saying. Like you misconstruing, and that happens a lot too. By the way, that's why I knew what you was getting at when you were saying that happens a lot. Like people think because you're outgoing and that you will talk to, and that's what I was talking about a couple episodes ago. The perception when you speak to somebody out in the street, it comes across as weak. You just described it. You view it as that too.
No, I speak to people,
but what I'm saying,
we're not having a full conversation.
No, what I'm saying is, what you just described, you thought you lumped me and that dude in the same bucket. What I'm saying is, that is the perception out in the world, and you disagree with me that day. When I'm telling you, when people see, that's the perception. When it's like, yo, he talking to somebody he don't know, like this nigga need validation, but like, no, I like people. Like, people, like, and that's why I said what I said as far as, just because you feel the way you feel, don't make you wrong and don't make you weak or strong.
Right, I didn't say that made you weak or strong.
No, I didn't say you did, but what I'm saying is there's different, like for that situation that you described is far on the other side of the spectrum from what I'm describing. Like never once did I say if I don't get conversation with somebody, I can't go on. That's never what I said. I said I choose and I enjoy conversation with other people, not that I need it. Like, it's a choice, right? So just like when you talk about wants and needs in life, like, I want conversation. I enjoy conversation. Do I need it? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fully...
But you said during the pandemic you needed the conversation. That's why you would get on the phone with your friends in your FaceTime because you need that.
So when I say, I may have used the word need. If I use the word, need is, I use that term loosely. When I say I need to see my brothers, right? That's like me, what I'm saying is I want to speak to my friends. I want to see my friends, right? I want to see my friends and make sure that my friends are okay by seeing their faces, right? So when I talk about when I need that conversation, I do thrive off having conversation with other people. Am I going to feel like my life is not fulfilled, or as myself personally, I'm not fulfilled if people don't speak to me? Nah, I'm fully okay with just me, but I enjoy the beauty of people. Like some people don't, and I don't expect everybody to understand that because not everybody feels that way. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but like there are people like myself who just like, I like people. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that if I'm in an environment where nobody's speaking to me because I've been in those environments, it's just like, oh man, is it as enjoyable as an environment where everybody is speaking? No. That's dumb to say. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but it don't mean that you don't enjoy people by just saying hello.
I didn't say it. You added on. All I'm saying is exactly what I'm saying. Nothing more, nothing less. It's nothing you ain't got to read between the lines.
No, what I'm saying is you enjoy conversation with people, whereas in my case, I enjoy people too. But my enjoyment in seeing somebody that I don't know is the common courtesy of good morning, have a good day. How you doing? Good evening, have a good day. Now, if I'm at the casino or I'm putting in a bet or at a game, that's something different. Because we can talk about when I'm at the game or watching the game in the Buffalo Wild Wings or something. That's something different. But even then, it's but so much we're going to be talking about.
I think that goes without saying, though. Like, I'm not meeting somebody for the first time and talking about how many kids and that I'm married and all shit like that. I'm not talking about having, like, divulging my deeper secrets to a stranger. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is just talking to them. So, like, I'm not condemning your way. Like I said, that's what I mean by I'm saying exactly what I'm saying, nothing more, nothing less. That's what I mean by that. Everything that I'm saying about what I'm saying is what I'm saying. It's verbally coming out of my mouth. You ain't gotta read between the lines or like wonder if I'm.
No, I'm not. You taking it that way because I'm saying like I understand. You looking at the situation as what I brought up with them.
No, because you said he's like me.
Hold on, it is because
he's not.
I'm gonna tell you why it is.
Okay.
He sees the good in people to where he likes having conversation with people.
All right,
they could have just said, who knows? To him saying good morning and good evening and not saying nothing else to him, they want to go off and read a book. He want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas like with me. Okay, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, go Cowboys. All right, good. Yeah, you go Eagles. I mean, you go Cowboys. Go Raiders. That's it.
Yeah, but like where this conversation took this turn is where that's not what you said. He's like me, and I'm saying
because you said
no. But I'm saying it's in one aspect. It's
because you just corrected it. But in the beginning, you said in the pandemic you needed that. Like
yeah, but I never said that I needed that. I never said that it put me in a bad mood.
It brought you to the point where you would go to Wawa and talk to the lady that was behind the
because I enjoy conversation.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Some people do, and some people enjoy it to the point where the pandemic was messing people up.
Right, but my point is I never said the pandemic messed me up. What I said
I'm
was
not saying you did. Your case is different. What I'm saying is I know people that's like you that would have to have that conversation because they invest in people, which I don't see how you invest in nobody and ain't getting nothing back on your investment.
I think you do, though. And that's why I said I don't expect everybody to understand. That's why I was talking about, like, the energy that you receive from people. Like when I say invest in people, like, the energy that I get back, that's my return on investment. So, and if somebody who shuts me down, that's a bad investment. That happens when you make investments. Some investments are done.
So what do you consider a shutdown? If you, as far as if you
what you're saying, that's not shutting down.
Right. So if you walk in the store and be like, "Good morning," and I'll be like, "Good morning," you know what I mean? Have a good day.
That's not shutting down.
Right.
Shut down is me saying good morning, or
and
you don't say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I look at that as a bad investment. Like, and maybe like you're taking investment way further than what I mean.
No, what I'm saying is I just didn't understand the part that you said.
Getting a return?
That you needed to go to the Wawa and talk to people during talk to the lady during the pandemic because, like you said, like I just said, you corrected the word need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you said that, I was like, okay, well. I don't understand that. I you know what I mean? I was never like that. You know what I mean? I just didn't understand it.
Yeah, nah. I like when I say need, it's just like I use that term loosely. I'm not saying that I can't do without it, but if I have a choice, which I had the choice because I could go to Wawa, I would choose to put myself in an arena where I can have conversations with people that I don't necessarily know, or just like have a conversation with somebody outside of my house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, so it's just...
Come on, man. I'm damn near retired. I'm pretty much retired. I've been on disability for 2 years. So I don't get to see the dudes that I work with, that I'm cool with. So that's a phone call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My best friend lives in Atlanta. You know what I mean? I don't get to see him. You know what I mean? So even when we do or whatever, we ain't looking at each other. The phone on the bed, like I said. You know what I mean? But outside of that, like when I go outside, you know what I mean? I speak to everybody. I'm very outgoing. Anybody tell you that. I speak to everybody. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? What's up, my man?
So for me, that's an investment. That's what
I don't look at it as an investment. I look at it as, you know what I mean? You just being outgoing. I'm just not into that.
Do you agree that you speaking to somebody projects energy onto them? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's an investment.
It shows that you are giving a good vibe to them, and if they speak back, they're returning that good vibe.
Right. So what I'm saying is, by the fact that you're speaking and that's projecting your energy on them, what I look at that is you're investing your energy into that.
Okay.
That's why I say it's an investment.
Right.
Because you're expounding. It takes energy for you to look at this person and say good morning.
Yeah, but in the beginning, what I'm saying is,
I understand what you're saying. Is
like, yo, see, I need the conversation.
I get what you're saying, like,
because I invest in people.
Nah.
Like, I'm not investing because all I'm gonna say is what's up. And if he would have had the same conversation, like, yo, Derek Carr didn't deserve that money or whatever. Like, you see me in places. I will talk like I've been in games like. Look, I went to Baltimore, you know what I'm saying, when my man got arrested, you know what I mean, because they blamed him for something he didn't do. But we in a parking spot where the lady was like, you do realize you tailgating in my parking spot, but we going to park over here because we know the people not coming. Mm-hmm. And we had a nice day. I'm sitting there bullshitting, don't know him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's that atmosphere.
Right.
On a regular daily basis going to the store, I'm not doing that, man.
Yeah, and so like maybe I could have done a better job explaining what I meant by investment. So like if you speak to people, I look at that as an investment. Like just saying good morning to somebody is investing energy into that person, right? Because we talk about like mental health, like that was a big topic. I mean, we on over 2 hours, but mental health was a big topic in the pandemic with people being depressed and things like that. Like that good morning for somebody who's down, you know what I'm saying? Could brighten their day. So I say that that's an investment, right? You invest in that person and be like, you know what I'm saying? You never know how that impacts somebody. So just saying good morning, like you ain't got to go to the depths of like, sometimes, like I said, I can overinvest. That's what I meant by like I can overinvest in people. Like maybe I talk too long to people. You know what I'm saying? But and it's an investment to me is an investment. You spending energy on this person, meaning you talking to them, that's an investment in my book. And if they invest back, that's return on your investment. If they don't say nothing to you, that's a bad investment. You got no return. That's how I look at it.
Well, like you said, it's still 2 hours, but I thought you was gonna bring up, and you brought up mental health. Next show, the topic has to be, even if somebody tell us what they want to talk about, we could talk about that a little bit. But I thought you was gonna bring up the Meghan Markle situation. That's a big situation.
Yeah, nah, we can talk about that next time.
You know what I mean? Because for her to want to kill herself and the way that dude, what's her name, took that, what's his name again, the talk show host, that flipped out.
I don't know his name.
I forget his name too, but he was wrong. You know what I mean? For coming at her the way he came at her, talking about she's a liar, he don't believe nothing she said, it wasn't like that, and now they all trying to cover it up, you know what I mean, because I don't think she's lying. You know what I mean, the things that she said that she was going through, I don't think she was lying. But I do agree with a guy on YouTube, real quick. He said, he was like, you know what, I feel for her, but no woman in America, especially no black woman, should be like, oh man, I feel so bad for her, because when she went to marry homeboy, they was championing that, oh yeah. Now she's going through something that's for real, and her kid got to go through that,
right.
You know what I mean, for the rest of his life. And that's gonna be a real situation.
And on in the public eye.
Yeah, no, not really, because we didn't know. If she wouldn't have spoke, nobody would have never known.
No, what I'm saying is, with you talking about the kid going through it for the rest of his life, but with her speaking and the way we are, this media-centric environment, he's gonna go through that in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that.
And that's why they're trying to cover it up right now. That's crazy.
Nah, we can get expound on that next week. I wanted to keep it more fun and positive this week.
Yeah, because your man got his money. But we still got to talk about the issues, though.
Nah, we're going to talk about the issues. We're going to talk about the issues, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
But yo, like, comment, subscribe, you know what I mean? And once again, you know what I mean? You can drop it either in my inbox, his inbox, or 8672 on IG. You can drop it in the DM in there. Either one of us will see it, you know what I mean? Questions, topics, whatever y'all want, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get these subscribers up so we could go live and y'all can interact right then and there. So let us know. Like we want y'all to be entertained too. So and y'all can laugh at me. Yeah, I damn near slobbed on myself and all that shit and caught it with my hand. You know what I mean? But guess what? Who gives a fuck? Alright, so we signing out. 8672 Podcast. I'm Chris. It's Wise. Peace. See y'all next week.